Welcome to the Banter Bliss Podcast. My name is Jason. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Allie.
Hey, guys.
And today we're going to go into another round of Let's Get Deep.
Oh, yeah.
Our favorite nighttime card game. So we're going to jump right in. I will pass the mic over to Allie, and we will hop into the questions.
All right. So just to recap, there are 3 categories of cards: icebreaker, deep, and deeper. So pretty much it goes from casual questions to a bit more intimate, sometimes even sexual, sometimes a bit uncomfortable. So we're going to see what we get. We're going to try and get through a couple more questions in this game. Usually we sort of banter as we do. But let's see if we can...
Which is basically me not shutting up. So I'll try to not talk.
Try
not talk as much.
Okay, so our first one is deep. Right there. This is funny. This isn't even that deep. This is more of an icebreaker question. What popular TV show did you refuse to watch, if any?
What popular TV show did I refuse to watch, if any?
You refused to watch one until I made you watch it.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, the
most popular show of all time.
Oh, God.
Literally.
Roll my eyes some more. No, actually, Game of Thrones is pretty good.
Yeah.
I never saw it. I don't think I ever refused to watch it.
You did.
No. Like, I mean, back in the past.
I think it was the hype.
About it.
Like, I think you didn't like the hype.
No. So originally I was like, well, what is it? It's like medieval times or something. It wasn't my thing. And then I was, whenever that was, I don't know.
11
was when it started. Mm-hmm. So the last season was like 19 or...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I remember everyone talking about it. That shit was all over like Twitter. Everyone was making a big deal out of it. And so, everyone knows I'll just say about Daenerys and her thing. So I heard stuff about it, and then I was just like, all right, well, now there's no point in watching because now I know, kind of how it ends, and didn't know how it ended, and I horribly predicted so much in that show.
This is the one show you did not like guess correctly, because you would try to be like, oh, they're definitely going to do something there, and I was like,
they would definitely, they would like.
You got it like one time, and it was when Daenerys was in the arena, and you're Drogon better come.
Saved her. Yeah.
That was like the one time you got it right.
Yeah, it was the vibe. I was like, oh, this kind of feels like she's about to die. There's no way she's gonna die this quick. Like, how is she gonna get out of this? Drogon.
Yeah. Is that really? Would you say that that's your answer? Is Game of Thrones?
Actually, well, I mean, it could be. Yeah, I mean, Black Mirror was another show that I never watched that I know people talked a lot about, and that show then I ended up watching, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, yeah, either of those, I guess. I mean, there's a couple others. There's also like some movies too that like I can't think off the top of my head right now, but
for me, I'd say it's SpongeBob and Friends.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea. And Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the show Friends. You don't watch Friends though.
I know. What popular show did you refuse to watch?
Oh, I'm thinking in my head like refused to watch and then ended up watching.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, because that was the examples we went through with me. Okay.
Yeah. SpongeBob, like, I think I just always saw the animation as cheesy, even like growing up. I was like, and then like I thought SpongeBob was kind of annoying. And then Friends, I just didn't have access to Friends, or I didn't know anything about it, like when the schedule was, or...
I loved Friends. I used to watch that shit on repeat all the time.
I just didn't really watch sitcoms.
I mean, I'll never say it was like such a good quality show, whatever. It's just, I don't know, it's like, just found it funny. A good example of a show like that I did not was like Seinfeld. Like, people liked Seinfeld. I could not.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch Seinfeld either.
Jerry Seinfeld is like Yeah, I don't know. I don't find him to be funny. I think Larry David's actually way funnier.
Who?
Like, Larry David. So Seinfeld, the show, was created by Larry David.
Oh.
And Larry David created and is also the main character in Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
and
they were both writers.
That's the show with the guy that looks like Bernie Sanders on the front?
Yeah. He even did Bernie Sanders on SNL. Well, it's funny though, because like Seinfeld, like Larry David contributed to both Seinfeld and Curb. And like, I think Curb's hilarious, but Seinfeld is like dull. So yeah. And then guess what my movie would be?
That you refuse to watch Disney movies?
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
Another movie that made a lot of money.
Titanic?
And I still don't want to watch it. What?
Titanic?
No, I saw
Avatar?
Titanic when it came out. No, I saw Avatar when it came out.
Lots of
not that much money. But it's a series.
Lord of the Rings?
No, though I'm not a Lord of the Rings. I don't like Lord of the Rings that much.
Series?
Yeah, you've talked about it. It's probably one of your series you've talked the most about.
Really? Star Wars? Oh, the new Star Wars.
No.
Oh.
No, it's based on books.
Harry Potter?
Nope. No actors in it. Like, I'm not a fan of any of the actors in it. And the story is like, ugh. And they all got horrible reviews. But
Hunger Games?
Certain groups of
Divergent?
Certain aged groups of young
Percy Jackson?
Young girls. What am I trying to say?
Twilight.
Yeah.
Okay. I got there.
Yeah, Twilight.
That'll have to change.
No thanks.
Yes. All right, next question. Deeper. What's a goal you've accomplished recently?
A goal I've accomplished recently. Well, we talked about our goals in the New Year's resolution podcast episodes. Check those out. I think it's 5 through 8 or something like that. So we have some goals set up. I mean, I definitely am on track actually for my trading goals this year so far.
But would you say you've accomplished any other goals that aren't necessarily your New Year's resolutions?
Well, actually, I mean, I guess one of the goals would have been seeing a lot of those states that we saw on our road trip. So I think that probably is something that like we
That's true. I didn't even think of that because the trip essentially was a goal that I keep for myself, or I like to keep for myself, which is to travel somewhere new every year.
Yeah, that was definitely not my thing, but we still didn't see Yellowstone, but I wanted to see Yellowstone, and we went up that way. But we got to see all those other places, and Wyoming itself was really pretty, and Montana, and first episode, check it out. We talk more about our road trip. And our lovely snow incident.
Yeah. Pretty much every warrior's worst nightmare.
I wonder who those warriors are.
Okay, so you would say the road trip?
Yeah.
I would actually say the road trip as well, because that was like really close for us for me not going somewhere new in 2022.
Yeah, and your other one probably would be like completing the puzzle book.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, more short term. Like obviously, you didn't think you were going to do that like a year ago, 6 months ago, probably even like that. Kind of just
it was sudden.
Yeah,
I would say that those two.
Yeah,
those are good.
Yeah, later this year is going to be interesting, or when we do next year's New Year's resolution and go over that and look and see like, did we accomplish all our goals from this year?
Yeah,
it's got a lot to go through.
This is interesting, the cards that we're getting. So this is a deeper. What country would you want to travel to together?
Well, we've talked a lot about this.
I would say Scandinavia.
Yeah, any and all Scandinavian countries.
Maybe like Seychelles, maybe Australia.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we talk about the most.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some friends that are in Australia, so likely we'll probably see them at some point, whenever. And then if we're there, we may as well go to New Zealand because we're right there.
Kiwis.
Yeah. And it would be cool, I would probably be down to see Japan one day. Just because, I've heard good things about it as, out of all the Asian countries, I think that would be the one that I would pick if I were to pick any of them. And, gosh, love sushi. I mean, it's got to be good over there.
I think for you, or for me, Japan is sort of like what the UK is to you. Like I would want to see the UK, but you don't really care for it. I don't really care for.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I don't. I'm not that big with the aspect of traveling stuff. I won't. If I never saw Japan, I would be fine.
Yeah,
it's if I really cared about certain stuff, I could. It's I don't know. I'm not oh my god, I want to know all these things. It's I can just read about or look at pictures and stuff. And
yeah, Google Maps now and pictures, you can see things that you actually want to see.
Yeah, I could imagine it being crazier back in the day when it's it just seems like this weird,
you just hear people tell stories. Yeah.
It's what is that? That's a where is it? It's just that way.
Yeah.
Other side of the world. It sounds intriguing, right? And now it's you could just see pictures and video. You could pull up YouTube and
I do the walkthrough videos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then soon enough with virtual reality, it's kind of the same thing almost. But yeah, there definitely are some good places. I know she wants to see the Northern Lights and stuff like that.
I would love to go to every continent. I'm almost there. I'm halfway. Oh boy. Okay, this is another deeper. A good friend pulls off a practical joke that plays on one of your weaknesses and makes you look ridiculous. How would you react?
Well, I probably would react one of two ways. It depends on what exactly it is. The more likely scenario, 75% or maybe higher, is I would feel embarrassed, probably not say anything, and probably just
or just given something equally back.
That would be the 75%. The 25% would probably be what you said, where yeah, I probably would
play it off.
I either don't do anything or I generally have a tendency to retort back. So it's if someone says something, I usually will snap back with my own comment, kind of thing. Yeah.
I think I'm the same way, where it was depending on the friend, and if there was a group of people listening, I feel I would play it off and give them a taste of their own medicine a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on the context of the group, depends on the person, depends on how close of a friend you are.
If it's a business meeting or something, I feel I would just sit there and just be that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Yeah. And I think it also depends on how if it's very clearly a lighthearted joke, I'm more likely to whatever, or lightfully play back. If someone were to I feel it's an attack, an actual attack, yeah, I'll snap back with something. Probably even I usually will escalate. So it's if they come at me like this, I'm gonna go like that. And depending on the person, it could go up where they'll just be oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that. I've had that happen before. They're oh fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This question?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
We're getting some good ones here.
Deeper. This is finally one that's off.
Is this a
topic? No, it not scandalous.
Okay.
What do you consider cheating?
I was gonna say, interject. There's another Let's Get Deep game that we got. That one is like, it's called After Dark or something.
And it's like only sex questions.
Yeah, like everything's like sex. So it's like this one doesn't really have anything too crazy, but
they have some.
Yeah, some. So how do I define cheating?
What do you consider cheating?
We've had conversations about this before.
I mean, it's good to talk about, because what may be, a safe place for someone else may not be for the other person.
Yeah, I think it's something you definitely need to talk about, with your partner.
Because each of you are going to have different boundaries. And so just to make sure that you respect your partner in those ways, like everybody should be talking about this.
Yeah, because you can innocently do something that's not something crazy or whatever, but if you haven't communicated with your partner and you've made clear, like, okay, this is what I consider cheating or this is not what I consider cheating, then that's how you get people that are like, shocked because then it's like, oh well, I don't consider that to be cheating, or blah,
I think
blah,
if
blah.
you have to like lie or hide things, or you wouldn't want your partner to see it, I feel like that's kind of like a standard definition of like, you're probably either emotionally cheating or just kind of about to cross like a line.
Yeah. I mean, there's emotional and there's physical, and people interpret those things in different ways. And then girls also girls look at things differently than guys. Like, I think women, from our conversations, my own experiences, things I've read, it sounds like women are more hurt by emotional cheating than physical cheating, or that they're like the same, or something like that. And like guys, it's kind of like cheating's cheating, but I think it's worse. Like, physical is usually like worse. Like,
interesting.
I think they're both, to go back to what you were saying, is like they're both bad and they both
break a trust in some way.
Right. Yeah.
It's like if you see someone like saying something that should be said to your partner, like, I don't know, like a compliment, or it's like they're flirty in some way. It's like, all of that attention should be directed to your partner. So I can see like women especially not liking aspects of emotional cheating. I don't know, because we're sensitive. So it's like we appreciate like words and we take that stuff more seriously. Obviously, physical is, of course, an issue too. But yeah.
Right. Like, there's a difference between, like, if a guy like cheats, and I don't know whether it's sex or kiss or something like that, and they do that, but then it's like, well, was it just that? Was it just a physical thing, or is it like, do you emotionally care about the person, right? And then it's like, if there's actually more than just the physical aspect, then a girl would be more bothered or hurt by it or something.
I mean, I guess it definitely is specific to that girl.
Yeah, and that's, I think, kind of the prompt. Yeah, it depends.
Especially if it's been like going on for a while, then it's like, that's also another thing too, because it's just like you've been going behind someone's back the entire time and like lying to my face. It's just, yeah, just ugly altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's that weird thing of like, how do how do you like look at it's everything is so situational, and then I think there's some instances where someone can do something that I think you can look at it as cheating, and then the question is like, do you break up with them or do you not? Right? Because I'm sure there's some things certain people, men or women, could look at and they could be like, well, that kind of seems like cheating, but then it's like, there's the like obvious like they, are sleeping with someone else or whatever, where it's like a more obvious like, okay, like yeah, they cheated and then you break up kind of thing. But then I think there's that more like, well, if you're talking to someone and you're like, like you said, like, being like flirtatious or like, and it's like, what you're doing, it's like, we're not children here, like, so if you're doing that, but then it's like, oh, well, you didn't do anything, like you're not like going to see them or something like, or you see them and then but you don't do anything. It's like, there's all these different layers. And
yeah,
I think certain people either consider it that or they don't, or they consider, or they'll consider it cheating, but then be like, well, depending on the degree of cheating, like whether or not they wanted to stay with the person or something. I don't know. Everyone's different.
yeah,
But
yeah, it's heavy.
yeah.
Back to a lighter one, even though it says deep. Have your room be constantly dark or constantly light. Why?
I'm indifferent. I could do either or. I've done many periods in the dark, like if I'm gaming and stuff like that. I feel like maybe I would divert to light now, just because.
Your room.
Yeah, like
So
the
you would have to
room,
sleep in the
I'm
light too.
in. Would I?
Yeah.
Well, I can't sleep.
Constantly dark or constantly light. It's one extreme
I
or
mean,
the other.
if it's that logic and it could just be constantly dark, and then I could just walk into the other room that's light, then I guess I would do that. So
I think I would do constantly dark because it's easier on my eyes, and then I can just have a bunch of candles, or like.
I knew she was gonna say that.
Unless I'm not allowed to have candles, that like gets rid of the. That like ruins the scenario.
Yeah, we actually have candle. We each have a candle right now going on. Right on.
We love candles in this household. Okay, another deep. Be poor with a job you love or rich with a job you hate. Why?
I mean, knowing me, I would probably be rich with a job I hate.
Oh my god.
Not that I would. Not that I like. I don't. I mean, I recently was just in a rough job.
Would want money, like to.
No, I don't want money, but I think being poor and having been in situations like that, I think that level of stress is not good either. I feel like I would be rich with a job I hate and then quit at some point, and I've made money, and then I could go work a job that makes no money and I love.
All right, so if you're working the job you hate and you're rich, then I'm going to work the job that I love and be poor.
Oh yeah, is this a mutually exclusive thing right now?
So
the combo.
Yeah, I still think I would, even without you, would pick poor.
I mean,
my brain can't handle like negative stress a lot. I don't fare well.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Okay. Another deep. Be stuck on an island alone or with someone who never stops talking. Why?
Man, these questions are fucking hard. Because it's like I think about both scenarios. I'm like,
well, it's like you could just tell the other guy to like go over there for like 5 hours and like leave you alone. But at least you still have somebody to like help you build things.
Yeah, I think if I was on an island like completely by myself, I think like I'm okay with. I mean, I spend like most of my time as it is, like kind of like by myself, sort of thing. Well, I mean, you're here now, but outside of that, it's like it's kind of like our own thing. But I feel like after enough time by yourself, yeah, you would turn into like Tom Hanks in Castaway, where you just kind of like lose your mind. So, but I could also imagine going fucking crazy with someone who's just not shutting up. So, yeah, if you can tell them to go fuck off on the other side of the island, I probably would pick that too.
I think I would pick the someone.
I mean,
and then I'm too nice to say anything.
Yeah, she'd just sit there and like hate herself, and they wouldn't shut up. I mean, unless it was me, and then I probably would still be talking, but she would at least enjoy my talking.
Yeah,
she'll just sit and listen to me for like
maybe you would be the guy that's nonstop talking in this scenario.
That's not bad.
All right, another deep.
Could be worse.
Why we're getting all the deeps, but here we are.
You picking from the same spot?
I just been picking the front card.
Yeah.
Should I like just pick in the middle somewhere?
Yeah, pick in the middle. Just make sure you pop them to the back.
Still got a deep. It really wants us to be deep. Okay.
Let's get deep.
What's your go-to joke or one-liner?
Oh my God. My go-to joke or one-liner. I'm not really like I make jokes, but I kind of always improvise on the spot. I'm not a person that like curates jokes and then like fucking has them as like ammo in my freaking back pocket, and I'm like, whoosh. I don't do that. I mean, you can ask her. I just make up jokes on the spot.
Yeah.
So, what was the other one?
One-liner.
My one-liner are just my Eminem Tourette's, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't say either of us have like a joke or a one-liner that we use. Like no one says that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like pickup lines, right?
I mean, yeah, I've never done I've never fucked with that pickup line shit.
This deeper one's good. In conversations, do you tend to listen or talk more?
Oh, that's a fun one.
We are definitely opposites on this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can expand upon that with you, because you do say that you typically are more of a talker.
No, I'm more of a listener.
No, you've said when you're with your friends and stuff, you're usually more of a talker, and then when you're with me, you're much more of a listener. You've told me that several times.
I mean, like with Michelle or something, but I don't know. I guess it just depends. But I would say out of those two, I'm more of a listener, like in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's more of a listener, but yeah, you've said that in the past. Yeah, I mean, as we can tell by this podcast, I'm more of a talker. But I mean, with that, to be fair, I feel like I can be a good listener.
Someone's got to be the talker.
I mean, yeah,
we can't both be just listening.
Someone's got to talk. If we're both listening, you guys are hearing jack shit. So got to keep the
comedic relief, babe.
Yeah, I'm the comedic relief. Got to keep the conversation flowing.
Yeah.
But no, like if Allie has something to talk about or something important, or I ask you about your day and stuff, like I can.
Oh yeah, I can ramble if I like have something going on.
But I can sit and listen. But I'll typically be the one, I feel like, to talk if like other people are not wanting to talk. Sort of. I feel like I'm usually the one that's like, all right, fuck it, like I'll start this conversation up. I've done that at work too.
I know. You would kind of fill the awkward silences in your meetings.
Yeah. Try to.
Okay. Ooh. Do you have a nemesis? Who or what is it?
Do I have a nemesis?
Maybe focus for me. Pinterest. If I need to work.
Who or what? I feel like the what is more of a like tongue-in-cheek thing, and the who is a little bit more serious. Like I feel like who I could technically put as a who is.
I don't actually have a person.
I mean, I don't have a nemesis, but I could imagine who could be my nemesis.
Yeah.
If I think about it, but that's not for this.
Like I
this
literally,
or maybe
I don't think I have an enemy. Like I have people that I used to be friends with, and like we've fallen out, but it's not like if I saw them on the streets, we would go at it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could think about all kinds of shit. Like I could think about when I was in friggin' grade school and shit, high school. You dealing with fucking assholes and bullies or shit like that. But those aren't people that like they don't sit in here. They're not like living rent free or anything like that. So I don't really think about them. But if I were to think back at a certain point, yeah. What? I don't know, man. The charts probably. It's like a love-hate relationship where it's like you get addicted and you stare at the chart all the damn time. But then it's good when it's like this past week and you make some money. So it's a double-edged sword. You what happened? You went through like 3 cards right there.
I just want to pick. I'm trying to find just different topics.
Oh, getting the same ones.
Yeah. Deep. What food have you never tried but want to?
I've never tried but want to. Probably caviar. I don't think I've had caviar before.
You didn't have caviar at Papa's?
No.
Huh.
No, I think I remember you talking about it, but I don't think I had any. I don't think. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. Anything else that like I want to, like I pretty much had. And anything I don't want.
It's got to be something ethnic, like something that's in a different country. Because
that's the thing, though, is like there's a lot of like ethnic stuff. Like
I don't think
I'm not interested in trying.
If there's a food that I would want to try, it's probably a food I haven't heard of yet.
Yeah, or that, to be fair. Like I can imagine that with mine. Like, so we mentioned in, I think it was the last episode we had, a friend of mine, Caesar, when we were in college, he had a friend, I think it was, or it was like a cousin or something like that, who was, maybe, I don't know, but they were having a birthday, or it was their birthday, and we went to like a restaurant, and it was like a fucking Peruvian place, I think it was. And so Caesar kept fucking talking all about this sweet bread. Sweet bread is so fucking good. Sweet bread, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like conjuring up in my head, it's this like fucking tiramisu thing where it's like actually like bread that's sweet or something like that. I'm like, all right, dude. He's like, you gotta try the sweet bread, blah, blah. So fucking order the sweet bread when I get there. And it comes out. This shit was so fucking disgusting. It was like if you get a piece of steak and it has like the nasty, gnarly fucking gristle, right? That fat is just like, it's the thing you cut off and throw out. Maybe you'll eat it.
I love the fat, so I'm not relating to this story.
And anyway, I took a bite out. It just tasted like if you were to just like literally just take like a big scoop of fucking oil and just fucking stick it in your mouth.
Maybe I would like that. I should try some.
Disgusting.
I think I would actually upgrade my answer also, maybe to like the specialty drinks at Starbucks, because like I never expand.
No, you don't. I try to get you to try new stuff, and
I just don't want to waste money on something, and then if I don't like it.
We have stuff here. I tried getting you to have the chamomile tea. You didn't want to have it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm down to have tea, but I think I just wanted the lemon ginger at the time.
You always want the lemon
ginger. I'll try it, but
Well, look at some of the other things that I've told you to try, and now you love them. Baby Bell, the cold brew coffee,
Everything bagel
seasoning.
Yeah.
Sushi kind of got you it more into.
I mean, I think I've tried like little miscellaneous teas here and there. It's just I don't typically like sweeter teas. Surprisingly, I like the.
Yeah, that's surprising because
I love sweet.
Loves everything so damn sweet. Like, I literally will have something that has so much sugar in it, and you like won't have it. You'll be like, "Oh, it's not sweet enough." Like, what?
Yeah.
It's got like 30 grams of sugar in it. It's not sweet enough.
Yeah. All right. Deeper.
All right.
Between us, who is more cautious?
Me. For sure.
You think?
I think yesterday is a good example.
What happened yesterday?
You getting scammed with that thing.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm just impulsive, I think, with certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I literally clicked a flower shop and I went to the birthday section and went through their list and called the number. Who would have thunk a flower shop was going to be a scam?
Well, you just did the thing. I literally, the first question I asked you when you did that, I'm like, why are you calling them? Like, can you do it on the website? But it's like literally, I took like a quick look, and it was like in 30 seconds, I was able to tell it looked so
I didn't look at any other page.
I know. Well, that's what you got to do, babe. That's what I'm saying. It's like whenever I go anywhere online, I'm always careful about what websites I'm going to.
I couldn't believe it. Like, if it was like a different type of search, I would have like looked at it more deeply. But I was like, a flower shop, no problem.
But you're more prone to that. Like, there's no way they would have scammed me. Wouldn't have happened. Like, not saying that like you can't have anything, whatever happen, but it's like, yeah, it just, I feel like I'm more diligent about things and more careful. And
you are.
Well, it goes back to that same thing of like you being more, I guess, optimistic / carefree of it. And I'm not surprised that they were fucking scammers. You know, it's like that shit exists. I know people are out to scam, out to do bad shit, because people fucking do it all the time. You know, so that's one of the interesting things about our relationship and the dynamic and the way we like look at the world, right? Is you're like too trusting with things and I'm not trusting enough with things, right? And so like that leads me to be like more closed off with certain things, and then it leads you to get scammed or get taken advantage of or stuff like that. So it's difficult. It's difficult. It's finding the right balance, and I think that's why it works well with you know, trying to be the yin to the yang on that with me, and vice versa.
I think that is one of our polar opposite traits of each other.
Yeah.
We have a few.
Yeah. That's one of the ones that we're very like polar opposite on, I think. So yeah.
All right. Well said. Deep. What is something you're not good at?
Something I'm not good at?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. No. No, there's plenty of things I'm not good at.
Whistling for me.
No, I'm not really good at. I mean, I can do that. My dad can do the fucking thing with his fingers, and like he'll make you deaf, like crazy fucking loud.
There's a bunch of things I'm not good at.
I'm not good at figure skating or ice skating or whatever.
Well, I'm not either anymore.
Yeah, but like I'm really bad at like keeping myself up on that.
I'm really bad at confrontation.
Yeah, that's. I'm bad at keeping my cool sometimes. If like to go back to that other example about the weakness thing or whatever, it's more of like I think people easily get under my skin.
Like you want vengeance.
Yeah, for
if someone
sure.
like says something.
For sure. Yeah, no, I mean I don't really like fuck around with shit. It's like if people like swing at me once, I'll swing 2 or 3 times. Um, you know, it's like metaphorically, obviously talking. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I think I've dealt with enough bullshit in my life that like I just don't excuse me. I just I don't like dealing with it. I don't know. It annoys me. But I shouldn't let like little like the internet, it's like people make comments on fucking whatever and it's like, oh, it's irritating. Like, what can be really triggering is when someone makes some dumbass comment and they're like so off base, they're so wrong, but then they make some sort of comment and then like 2 or 3 of their buddies like hop in and either join in and make comments or like their fucking tweet or some shit and then I'm sitting there like from like a third party perspective it looks like I'm like in the wrong or the idiot or whatever and they are, but it's like
just because if they have the numbers.
Yeah, it's like a majority rule thing. I don't know, that like really annoys
me. You got to get out of those. You put yourself there.
That's another thing I'm bad at is not getting sucked into stupid shit. I have bad fucking tendency of like
prove people wrong.
Yeah. Not if you're right. Like if you're right,
I think you care
right.
too much.
Yeah,
it's I think an element of that because I'll literally see something and be like, next. It's like I just someone else's problem. That's their own deal.
No, that's a big thing. I mean, I think that was a big thing like my therapist, and so it was like, is I am and always have wanted to like shed light, like the truth on things, and I think that's part of like my genuine nature. Is just, I feel like there are many times in my life I've been like misinterpreted and misunderstood and perceived in a certain way that didn't exist. And I've had this happen recently at my job. I've had it happen many times in school when I was younger and stuff like that. Had it happen within my family, and so I think that's kind of left like a branding within me, like I'm a right branding like cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like left like a little bit of a scar. So it definitely impacts me. So yeah, so I'll waste time and mental energy on shit that I probably shouldn't at this point. I feel like I'm a little bit better at it now than I was, but I could be much better. I mean, better than I was like a couple years ago. But
okay.
But yeah, no.
I can't attest to that.
Therefore, I have not gotten any better in the last year and a half, is what she's saying.
Well, you didn't have Twitter for a long part of our relationship.
I know. I would say like half. I got fucking banned. Fucking bullshit, dude. Snowflakes.
If you could live in any time period, which would you choose and why?
I mean, it probably would be sometime in the future that doesn't yet exist.
I didn't even think of the future.
I don't feel like any time in the past was necessarily better.
Or maybe the end of the humans, whether that like Andromeda collides with us or whenever just the end of humanity is, I would want to see like where we are when it ends.
Yeah, especially. I really think any point in time in the future is better than what
going backwards.
Was. Yeah.
I would love to see how certain things were built, like just for answers.
Only because of technology. That's my thing. Is like I'm so curious to see what's going to happen with science and technology and stuff. The pyramids would be cool to see.
Also,
I guess,
there's a theory that we weren't actually hunters, but we were scavengers instead. I would like to see if that was true or not.
We weren't hunters?
Mm-hmm. Like in the early, like ancient days.
I think we were originally scavengers. Or no?
Yeah, yeah. Like, because, we obviously don't have like teeth.
You're talking about like scavenging, or like a gathering berries and stuff? Or you're saying like a freaking vulture?
For like a vulture. Like,
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, there was a theory that I think it was my anthropology class that it was, there's still uncertainty, like for sure, that we were actually maybe scavengers for a long time before like developing tools and spears and weapons.
Is that why we have things like a gallbladder? Don't serve a purpose.
Probably.
Spleen.
Yeah.
It's like spleen is like, it's like an organ that exists and the only purpose is to
appendix.
Yeah.
To cause problems.
Yeah, it's just to cause problems. It's kind of weird.
If you could relive one day, what day would it be? And why?
Our first date.
That was a pretty good day.
Or, yeah. I don't know.
Is that your favorite day?
That was just the first thing that popped into my head. That was a nice day.
I imagine if we did this in like 10 years, we'll probably say like our day, or like, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't think our best days have actually happened yet. But we've had.
Well, the question is asking your best day. Would you relive, like, of what we have? So what would you say? Obviously, I'm assuming the same thing, that my best day will be at some point in the future. It's not now, and it hasn't been. It's things have gotten better, but like I had like a rough childhood and stuff. So, yeah, literally like good days were when I was just like in my room, like playing WoW and with the door closed, and like escapism.
I think I would say our first date too. Actually.
You just saying that because I said it?
No. Like, I'm trying to go through like our entire relationship. And actually, I would say Glenwood Springs.
In Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when we were
frolicking in the snow.
Oh, wait, you said Glenwood? No, not the Springs.
Glenwood Springs was the name of the city.
Oh, yeah, it was right outside of it. Well, I'm getting confused because we went to the
actual springs.
And then we left and we were somewhere else. But then when we were messing in the snow and whatever,
it was Glenwood Springs.
We were at that bar that was back over there. Oh, because we did the escape room.
Yes.
Right? We did the escape room, then we went to the bar, or
the
brewery or whatever.
And then we frolicked.
That's where we have our little
we have a video kind of like Harry Potter where the pictures move. So we have a cute little video of us.
Yeah, she recently posted it on her Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Blew up like crazy. How many likes did you get on that? It was like 1,000 or something.
It was 1,300
views.
Yeah.
1,300 views, and her account is
and I have like no followers, so I was like, whoa. So I think I would choose that day. And then first date's a pretty close second.
Yeah, those were both good days. I mean, I think we've had a lot of good days, but those were, you know, unique. I mean, our first date was, you know, it was not anything
in
crazy.
Retrospect, it wasn't anything
was.
like special.
It
was like we went on a hike, dinner, and then the nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she blue balled me at the end though, but
I did.
Not intentionally.
I'm a lady, okay?
Yeah.
No, it was like 5 a.m, and I think I had to work the next day.
Or something like that.
Yeah, but I didn't have to work till 3 or like 3:30 or 4, whatever it was. So it was like I had a little bit of time to sleep in.
Yeah, the next date was pretty good too.
Okay, that one's way too long.
Should we do one more? Or
we'll do one more.
Okay. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. We're at 51 minutes. So
okay, yeah,
figure we can cut it by an hour.
Oh my god, I picked a card up that I already picked out of like 100 cards.
Are you putting them back in the same order, or are you putting them?
No, I'm randomizing. Oh, I'm putting the ones we've done in the back.
Okay.
All right. Deep. What does your ideal day look like?
My ideal day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can say some of this stuff on the podcast.
Censor
it. Let's see. My ideal day would be sleeping in, waking up, but not too late, not like 3 o'clock. Waking up maybe like 10 o'clock or so.
Mm-hmm.
Some
lovin'.
Yeah, taking a shower, having some nice breakfast, like a brunch kind of thing. A lot of times on the weekend we'll do like we'll go to a diner. I
love diners.
Yeah. Or we'll make food in the morning, make our little acai or some other stuff. And then kind of get my coffee. Gotta have my coffee. Addicted. And then it's really just as long as the day is kind of in my hands, it's not like I'm forced to do X, Y, or Z, but I would say we go out for, I don't know, we do something, some fun.
An escape room.
Yeah. Escape room. Do an escape room.
I feel like your ideal day would be like an escape room and then maybe some like really good trades, like just went your way. Sushi.
Yeah.
More lovin'.
Throw a trade in there, make a couple hundo.
Yeah. Definitely more lovin' for you.
Oh yeah.
Dessert.
Some nice dessert. Some tiramisu.
How would you end the day? Like at night.
More lovin'.
More. We already went there. You mean like
extra lovin'?
Third time?
Yeah, third time.
Boy.
No. 2 times a dose of lovin' is pretty good though. Excuse me. How would the day end? Well, honestly, and I mean, I didn't mention this obviously, but in the morning we would have some cuddles when we wake up. I know it's going to be on hers too. But at night, I would say probably chilling in the bed, got the bed propped up, got the motorized base thing, prop it up, get the heat on.
It's so nice, isn't it?
It's so nice.
Oh my gosh.
So nice. Thanks, Mom, her mom. And probably I would say throwing in gaming somewhere at night. Maybe we're both playing a game or something. And then at some point, watching watching a movie or something, and kind of just cuddled up in bed and the blankies, and yeah, something like that.
Yeah, mine would be similar to your wake up time. 9, 10-ish would be ideal. Waking up to cuddles. That is like the best alarm clock. Cuddles and kisses. Shower, breakfast, whether that's at a diner or here. Coffee. Well, I like iced coffee. Cold brew. Very sweet. Has to be sweet.
So much sugar.
Has to be sweet. And then, oh gosh. Well, okay. Ideal day. Well, is this like here or like future ideal day?
Here, but you could say future too.
Well, if it was the future, I would like feed animals.
It'd be very different, yeah.
Feed animals. I would like tend to the garden for like a few hours and then some craft or whatever. Writing, painting, knitting, baking. Just like all of that. Maybe a project around the house that needs to get, renovated, painted, whatever, upgraded. That would be like that life. Here, I like writing time. I like reading time. I like painting. Pinterest time.
I was gonna say I haven't seen you paint anybody.
Yeah, I like painting, but I don't need to do it all the time.
She's got some nice artwork. She has one thing at her dad's place that is a nice painting. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Remember when you first sent me a picture of
that? Yeah. How would the day end?
How would the day end?
A cozy game. Has to be like Wildflowers.
You love that game. You got addicted to that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What did you say about the expansion or something?
They did like a little like upgrade.
Oh, so you already played that?
Well, it's like just infiltrated into the current game. They just added some like extra details.
Feature. There's not really much else to still do.
No.
Right? You can continue stories, but it's mostly done.
Yeah. The main storyline's done.
Okay.
Maybe have a nice dinner. Ooh, gotta be like steak or something. Like steak. Ooh, probably that fucking grilled zucchini.
Oh, God. Fucking shit. We were at Carl Strauss the other day.
Grilled zucchini, steak. Oh.
Grilled zucchini is so fucking good.
Maybe like a banana cheesecake.
God damn. It's fucking 8:10. We're about to go to Cheesecake Factory. Something like that. Sure.
And then come home and maybe some lovin', and then
maybe some lovin'.
Maybe some lovin'.
I'm on the twice in one day lovin', down for a third.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe.
Yeah, and then.
But she wants those cuddles and those kisses.
Facts. Maybe watch some YouTube videos I need to catch up on that I enjoy that make me happy, and then night journal, and then our quality time, which is like catching up on something we're both watching.
Yeah.
I think that's my ideal
Speaking
day.
of which, we fucking fell asleep during all
You fell asleep.
Were you watching?
Yeah, you fell asleep in like 5 minutes.
I don't remember anything. I remember the intro sequence with Kovac and the girl.
Yeah, no, you fell asleep because you were facing away from me, and I was watching, and I like 5 minutes, and I turned to look at you because I heard you deep breathing. And I was like, no way already, like in my head. And so I like reached over, grabbed the remote. I was like, all right, we're just gonna.
I do not remember falling asleep, but I remember watching the show, and then I didn't remember the show, and I remember waking up, and I just see her with the remote changing it. I'm like, why you change it? She's like, you're sleeping. And I did not recall sleeping at all, because it was like I don't know. I was out for like, maybe it was like 2 minutes. So I was like out in, and then I was like, wait, what? You changing it? Like, I literally thought we were just watching, and she just took the remote and started changing it.
Oh, no.
And then I remember saying that, and then I was fucking out again.
Yeah. I put on 2020, and then I fell asleep during that.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, we've been
we're old.
We've been knocking out. Yeah, we're freaking dinosaurs over here.
All right.
But yeah,
I think we're good with those. I think we definitely went through way more than we did before, which is nice.
We did. Yeah, this was an hour. I think the last time we had Let's Get Deep was probably about 40 minutes, and we got through 3 questions.
Yeah.
This one went through like at least, I think, almost like 10 or something like that, right?
This was nice.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so we'll go ahead and cut it there. We're at the hour mark. If you like the video, please give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe for more videos. We try to pump these out as often as we can. We're trying to aim for at least every other day right now. This was already the 10th episode. We are going to try to record one tomorrow morning on a new topic, and it'll be in the daytime, so it won't be Let's Get Deep, since we usually use our night episodes for that.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, like and subscribe, please, and feel free to comment. Love to hear you guys. Any questions you guys have, suggestions for future episodes and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.